Is the Bear and Son Lockback folder any good? Now, I really like clip points. I really like lockbacks. So for me, it was a very natural buying decision. They're a little bit pricey here in the European market, I have to say. It's about 80 euros, which is a little bit pushing it. But I thought, you know what, it's a hollow ground blade. The hollow grind is decently thin, and I don't know, I just like this style of knife so much that I was willing to spend that money. I spent way more money on other knives, so wasn't it's not the most expensive knife I bought recently. So a couple of things I have to mention though on this knife. This is, when I ordered it, it said it's the Lockback Rosewood Edition. Okay, I don't know if you know wood, but to me, I'll give you a close-up, okay? There might be some rosewood in there, but that's a laminated wood, come on. This is not just rosewood. This is a cheap laminated, whatever it is. I don't know if it's really rosewood, but it's a laminated wood. It would be cool from Bear and Son to tell us so, and not to say, hey, you're buying the rosewood version and the picture says it's rosewood. I'm looking at the box. What does the box say? Doesn't say anything. But so that was a little bit disappointing. Not the worst thing in the world. You can also see that somebody overground, you know, when sharpening the edge, they hit the ricasso back here on both sides. Not a big deal either. I can live with that on a, you know, sub 100 euro knife. Like I said, it's a hollow ground. The hollow ground is thin, but the edge is dull, okay? You can see my fingers. I'm pushing into the edge. No cuts, okay? There is no... This knife is not sharp, okay? Shouldn't be the case. I can also live with that because I can resharpen knives relatively well. Now, I've had this knife just a little bit. The action was so gritty, I had to put some oil in there. Hold on, I'll turn my phone to silent because that's bothering me. The action was really gritty, so I put some oil in there, and I noticed there is quite a bit of blade play. So the blade play up and down is really significant. Not sure if you can see that or hear that, but there is quite a bit of blade play. And then I thought, you know what? This Lockback can be pushed out relatively easy. Like there's no resistance on the spring. You know, usually I'm taking another Lockback knife. There is resistance on the spring, right? And there is none. And then I realized the spring is falling out. The spring just came falling out. I haven't used this knife a single time. I haven't cut anything with it because the edge is dull. It's not able to cut anything. So I have just opened and closed it a couple of times and then the spring fell out. Now, I'm being really honest. Obviously I'm gonna send it back because there is some issues with this knife. I tried to push back the spring, but honestly I can't really do it. And also I shouldn't be keeping this with the amount of issues it had, because even when the spring was still in there, the blade play on this knife, I mean, look at this. This is significant. I'm pushing down on the Lockback, so there shouldn't be blade play, right? I'm pushing this, even if the spring is not in there, right? If I'm pushing here, there shouldn't be that much blade play. And why is the knife dull? I mean, that shouldn't be the case. And also, this is laminated wood. This is the cheapest wood that I've seen in a long time on a knife. And I have like these €10 Chinese lockbacks, you know, the Buck 110 knockoff, not really knockoffs, but Buck 110 style knives, which this one is also. But the ones that are really, really inexpensive from China, and they have laminated wood, it looks exactly the same. So this is like, it's the cheapest wood I've seen in a long time on a knife. So, I don't know. Is this worth 80 bucks? I don't think so. The sheath, I show the sheath. What else is there? Okay, there's like a certificate. Sheath is pretty nice, I would say. It smells synthetic, or like maybe the leather is real, but it smells like they put like some kind of toxic spray on there too, some kind of leather treatment, right? I don't know, but it looks okay. I haven't carried it though. Like I said, I just got this knife. Terrible fit and finish. I mean, how can you even make this? How does this leave the factory without nobody noticing that the spring is coming out? It's kind of concerning. And why do you sell dull knives? Yeah, I'm a little bit, I don't know, I'm questioning that Bear & Son knives are even made in the US, because no US factory has that low quality standards. I don't know. I show you some size comparisons still, because I already have this knife, and if you're interested and maybe you get a good one, you at least know how big it is. Here's the good old Buck 110. So it is basically the same size, has more belly though, and a little bit thicker of a tip, which I think is good. You know, I think the Buck 110 is a little bit too flimsy towards the tip, and I like that pronounced belly in the front also. I think it's a good design. It's just you're very far away from the actual cutting edge, you know. Here we go a little bit closer. And this one I showed you before, it's like this is like a German made, I don't know, 40 to 50 years old. I don't know which brand it is, I have to look it up. It's a German made Buck 110 style knife. You can get these on the flea market for like, and this is a European made knife. You know, inside it says rust fry right here. And this is a European made knife. You can get it for €10, and it has none of those issues, and they come sharp, you know. Here's an old Herbert's. Again, you know, €5 on the flea market. Perfect condition. This is an old German made Herbert's before they moved their production to China. I don't know if this is American made. I'm not, you know, I don't want to talk trash about a company, but look at this. This is ridiculous. What kind of quality control is that? And why are you selling this knife with rosewood if this is not rosewood? I mean, this is clearly a laminated wood. There might be rosewood in there, but that's a cheap laminated wood. I don't know. Kind of weird. So, Bear & Son Lockback. Highly not recommend you to pick one up. Maybe the other ones are not as bad as this one is, but mine is pretty bad, as you can see. So yeah, anyways. That's it for this video. I just wanted to let you know if you're looking for a knife like this. I hate to do bad reviews, I really do, but in this case, I mean, come on. The knife is falling apart on the first day. I have to kind of make a video in order to tell you guys what's going on out there. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you don't have the same problem as I have, because I really wanted to have this knife. It's just really bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay guys, that's it. Goodbye.